We back in it. I told you, bro, we gotta get these videos out. Let's get right to it. We got so much time on our hands. Here we go.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we're talking Universe Mode in WWE 2K25 as we run through some of this year's new features, including the much anticipated return of promos, though they're not entirely what you might think. Before we get into that though, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all things WWE 2K25, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications as I'll have a lot more early access videos going up daily. So let's talk Universe Mode in WWE 2K25 as this year's mode continues to build on the updates that we've seen in recent years with the more fleshed out rivalry actions that include the return of promos. When first loading up Universe Mode, you'll be met by Paul Heyman, who introduces you to the mode and goes on to tease some of the new features.
There's an old adage in the locker room, it's a favorite amongst us legends. WWE is all about moments. Moments that create memories, moments that create legacies, moments that create legends, stories that are passed down for generations.
This is insane.
I know, damn.
Yeah.
In Universe Mode, you're in control of those moments. Play as a WWE superstar to cement your place as the greatest of all time. Or experience Classic Mode where customization is king. Control your brands, divisions, and champions, then play through WWE's annual schedule or completely customize the calendar. If one night isn't enough, shows can also take place across multiple days. And if you feel like reliving the Monday Night Wars, you can even assign multiple shows to the very same day. Pay off storylines by pitting superstars in rivalries and choosing actions like ambushes, cash-ins, and cutting promos to decide what actually happens in the ring. But wait, the options don't stop there. Oh no, bring in superstars, championships, and shows of your very own or other players' creations. The possibilities are endless. And now the time has come to make your own legacies and legends. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Welcome to WWE 2K25 Universe Mode.
With the introduction out of the way, let's talk this year's new features, some of which were teased by Paul Heyman himself, one being the addition of shows that take place over 2 nights, such as WrestleMania, as for the first time in the series, players can now hold PLEs over 2 nights on Saturday and Sunday. These events aren't restricted to the WWE calendar, as players can set up their own 2-night shows, which will then see the match cards split over both nights, allowing for a larger card with more matches. So if you want to expand SummerSlam and make it a 2-night event like it will be later this year, or you want to put on a custom 2-night show, that's something that's now possible in 2K25. In addition to shows that take place over 2 nights, another of this year's new features is the ability to hold shows on the same night, as for example, if you want to recreate the Monday Night Wars and have Raw go up against WCW's Monday Nitro, you can edit the calendar and add a second show on the same night. Once you add a second show, you'll notice that the calendar will display a 1 of 2 note to show there's multiple shows that night, with the show logos then fading in and out between the different shows and the trigger buttons allowing you to switch between shows so you can edit the card. The biggest update to Universe Mode, and the one that is by far the most requested, is the return of promos, which were last seen in WWE 2K19, as the developers have listened to the feedback from the community and brought these back, though they don't work the same way as they did previously, as this year they've been implemented into the rivalry action system. To show off how this works, when editing a match card, players can press in the right thumbstick to bring up the Rivalry Actions menu and then opt to add an action which will display a list of categories, including the new promo option. When selecting the promo option, there's 5 types of promos that can be assigned, the first of which is Accept an Open Challenge, which allows you to set up a promo and the superstars that will come out to accept that challenge. You can also set up a call-out promo, which will call out a specific superstar. It includes multiple options to further the scene, issue an open challenge, which you can use to call out a random superstar, promo interrupt, which allows you to set up a promo and then choose a superstar to come out and interrupt it, and a self promo, which says you come out alone to talk to the crowd, with this then leading to certain challenges that if you win, this will say you take the spotlight and gain momentum in the rivalry. To show some of these in action, I've set up a promo interrupt action that will see Seth Rollins come out to interrupt CM Punk. When loading into this match, you'll see CM Punk make his way to the ring with a microphone in hand, similar to the way 2K19's promos worked. However, the big difference, which I'm sure is going to be a big talking point, is that unlike 2K19, which featured text-based promos where you could choose a response in a timed minigame, 2K25's promos don't include any text or any voiceover. Instead, promos are just cutscenes that take place without any storied elements. Reacting to this, I think this is a misstep and a big oversight, as for all the tech stories in 2K19 weren't great, they did add a lot of uniqueness to promos and give some sort of meaning to matches, and I feel that's why players wanted to see promos return, as it adds a lot more to the overall story. While the lack of text is disappointing, one change that I did really like was the options that promos lead to, as after Seth interrupts Punk, we're presented with a choice of actions, as we can accept the challenge for an upcoming show, opt to do it right now, which will lead straight into the match, turn the challenge down and leave, or decline the match in favour of a fight, which will then lead to a brawl. Having the options displayed in this manner makes it really easy to control how the scene will progress, which gives you more control than we've seen in 2K19. To show off some of the other promo types, here we have the Accept Open Challenge promo, which sees Carlito cutting a promo and offering up an open challenge, with this then leading to Logan Paul, who answers the challenge and takes us straight into the match. One of the best promo types is the self-promo action, as this sees you come down to ringside with a microphone in hand and go on to cut a promo to get yourself over with the crowd, and this one leads to a choice of different challenge options that you can complete to gain momentum. These are
What if I told you for just $1 down? Oh, better yet, for no money down, you can get a PlayStation 5.
options include the challenge to win the match in under 5 minutes, win while barely getting touched, make your opponent tap out, or win after pulling off your super finisher. Having these options is a great addition, as it adds an extra challenge to matches and it makes things more exciting when you're rushing to win the match within the time limit and being pushed to try out other ways of winning. In terms of the outcome, I can't say whether the different actions lead to different cutscenes or changes in the direction of the story, as I didn't have time to compare them, but I feel there's a lot of scope here for this to be fleshed out, and I'm intrigued to see if this is a set list of actions for everyone or if there's additional actions like choosing a specific match. As for any other changes, while not specific to Universe Mode, I did want to confirm that the Women's Intercontinental Championship and the Women's United States Championship are both included, as it was previously stated that both belts debuted too late to make it into the game, though the developers have since been able to move heaven and earth to get these included, where they're assigned to Lyra and Chelsea by default. Aside from the changes that I've mentioned, there's probably a lot more included that I didn't get a chance to try, like new cutscenes and additional actions, but that's something that I'll go into further once I get the game and I can spend more time with it. So there's a lot of good updates in Universe this year, however it's not perfect, as there were a few problems that did come to light, one being a problem with holding 2 shows on the same night, as I twice encountered a problem where I played matches on the first show, then after completing that show and moving on to the second show of the night, I edited the match card for the second show and then I backed out of the changes, and rather than take me back to the start of the second show, it actually reset the matches that I played on the first show and took me back to those so that I then had to replay them. In hindsight, I should have pressed the save button when editing the second show's match card just to be safe, but because you're editing the second show, I didn't expect it to reset the outcome of the matches on the first. Now, this could just be down to me and the fact that I cancelled out of editing the second show, but I still feel like it should have saved the results of the first show rather than reset them. As for any other problems, while I didn't test it myself, I was told that the known problem with the Royal Rumble winner main eventing Elimination Chamber rather than WrestleMania is something that still happens, though that's the only other problem that I heard, and both issues have since been passed on to the dev team in hope of a fix. So that's a rundown of some of the new features in Universe Mode in WWE 2K25. Let me know what you make of them in the comments, especially the new version of promos, and if you want to see more new footage, you can check out this video containing entrances for some of this year's new superstars. Until next time though.
Alright, that's gonna be the end of that one. Let's get right into